gentlemen, your host for this evening, Mr. Nate Blanchard!
How are you guys doing tonight? So, I just got back from the United States. I was there for a little mini vacation, and it was really great to be home. I forgot how crazy my parents are. So I came home with my parents, and if you guys have never seen my stand-up comedy act before, I love my parents dearly, and I love to make fun of them. So my mom, she's a pot-smoking Jew for Jesus. Yeah. It was like one day she was like, you know, this Jesus thing is starting to make sense.
I love you, Mom!
Maybe Jews do control the media. Like, insane. She tries to get me to go to church with her all the time. She's like, Nathaniel, sweetheart, you really need to come to church because they're gonna forgive you for all of your sins. I'm like, Mom, that's quite a list. I live in Berlin. Are they really gonna forgive me for selling pot brownies to children in Hasenheide? She's like, of course, sweetheart. And we needed the money anyway, so no big deal. I'm sorry, Germans, that was a Jew joke. Bad of me. But my mom is really funny. I came out to her first, if you hadn't noticed by my really freaking limp wrist that I'm gay. So I came out to my mom at a very young age, and I was like, Mom, I'm gay. And she's like, oh, Nathaniel, this is no news to me, sweetheart. I knew since the day you were born. I mean, you tap dance like Liza Minnelli out of my vagina. I knew it. Oh, booby, when you were 3, you're the Little Mermaid for Halloween. I mean, who knew a toddler could run in heels? Yeah. My mom's always been there for me, though. When other kids made fun of me, she was like my go-to person. She's like, Nathaniel, stop crying. Stop. Oh, your mascara's running. And then there's my dad. Whew. He's the best. I love him dearly. But my dad's a very interesting character because he's like a hick. Yeah, so if New York Jew meets hick, they have child. It's like if Bette Midler and the plumber got it on. If like a Budweiser truck slammed into a synagogue. Hello. Shalom. Yeah, so I came out to my dad in the car, which is the worst place you could ever do that to a hillbilly. I was like, Dad, I'm gay. And he's like, oh, Jesus, cock, slap it, Christ. Mary, Madonna, Josephina, fucking threesome. Oh, Jesus. Oh, the muffler fell off. I'm like, Dad, did you not hear a word I just said? He's like, oh, I knew you were gay, you little mermaid faggot. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's great. He, the entire time I was in America, like, he was pointing out women to me out on the street. Yeah, like he's trying to turn me back into a straight person. Somehow. That's never gonna happen. He's like pointing out women to me like, oh my God, you see the fucking tits on that chick? Jesus fucking Christ, she was hot. I'm like, yeah, Dad. I saw her tits, but did you see her Adam's apple? I'm from San Francisco. That's a legitimate thing. I'm just letting you know. It's a legitimate thing. So, speaking of gay stuff, are you guys ready for some gay jokes? Yeah, why not? Just show of hands, how many straight people do we have in the audience? This is gonna fucking suck. You know, you straight people make my life so miserable sometimes. So difficult. Anyways, so I don't know about you guys. I love gay porn. Duh. Duh. And my favorite type of gay porn is there's this like fetish of like broke straight guys, like guys that are so down on money that they turn gay. That shit's hilarious. I watch that when I'm having a bad day. I don't even want to get off. I just want to laugh. Because the people in the video, they have the gayest names ever. And there's like some American flag in the background for some reason. It's always there. In every straight porn, there's always an American flag. And it's always some guy like, yeah, my name is Denver. That's a fucking gay-ass name. And the other guy's like, yeah, my name is Cody. And it's so weird. And like they don't know how to do it. And it looks painful, and I'm just laughing. Because the thing is, like, I have a lot of straight friends, believe it or not. Boys, believe it or not, I have a lot of straight male friends. And they always tell me, yeah, Nate, if I was gay, I would fucking suck dick like a maniac, man. I'd be so good at sucking dick if I was gay, bro. I'd fucking suck dick like no other. I'd fucking suck dick till your head caves in, bro. As a gay man that has slept with straight men, no, you can't. Seeing a straight guy trying to suck cock is the most awkward experience ever. You guys don't know what to do. They're just like... It's awful. I'm like, no, you're done. I'm gonna go listen to Madonna now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah. Are you guys ready for your next comedian coming to the stage? That's some really good news. I'm really excited. Now, the first comedian coming to the stage, he's a really great guy. I've seen him all over the town. We've got to be really good friends. Everybody, I want you to give a Neukölln welcome to Pasoon.
Yeah, wow, that's a lovely welcome. Thanks. My name is Pasoon, and I was born in Afghanistan. I do exactly know what you guys thought right now. Terrorist? Terrorist. But it's okay, I'm not offended by that. It would be much more weird if you just thought, I would like to see that guy in a burqa. I tell you one thing though. I'm really not offended because I think we got conditioned since 9/11 to think that. Every time you hear Afghanistan, you think terrorist. It's like if you're not a German and you hear something about Germany, you always think about the first 3 B's, beer, Bratwurst, Bürgeramt. If you hear America, you instantly think about the 3 F's, You know what the 3 F's are? No, I'm going to tell you. Listen. The 3 F's in America are fast food, eating, fat, fanatics. I'm sorry, Nate. I'm really sorry about that, but you shouldn't think that when you hear America. That's not what you should think. The only thing you should think when you hear America should be second biggest continent on the planet. That's it. That's the thing. That's the reason I'm offended sometimes when I meet someone and I ask them, where are you from? They say, I'm from America. So I asked them, where really? Where? North, middle, south, whereabouts? And just look at me, you want to know the state? No, man. Do you know that America is a continent? Continent? Do you want to know which time zone I'm from? All right, just go over there. Fucking stop talking. All right, that's it, but that's the problem. I tell you what, that's what people think when they hear Afghanistan. I have to tell you things about Afghanistan. I'm not a terrorist. I know I look like one, but I'm not. I'm not even religious. No, I'm not religious. I'm a Buddhist. Yeah, that's true. You laugh now, but what does that mean? Well, I don't really know anything about Buddhism, first of all. But I do some cherry picking. I take the best things. I do believe in karma, which means if you do good things in your life, bad things still happen to you on a daily basis. Of course. But let me tell you something about these bad things. These bad things like, I just missed the U-Bahn, I have to wait 5 minutes more. Or, they don't have cold Augustina in this shit Spätkauf. That's the bad things I'm talking about. All right? It's nothing like, oh my God, I'm in hell burning for eternity while Hitler's munching on my balls. From your looks, that's not an image you expected to get this tonight. I'm really sorry for that, love. But no, I'm not religious. The funny thing about, I still remember a lot of things being from Afghanistan. I remember the first 2 years going to school in Afghanistan. And I tell you what, that was probably the most productive years I had. Well, I'm not saying here that the Afghan education system is better than the German education system. I'm saying it's different. There's a lot different. What's so different about it? Well, you were afraid of the teachers back then. You were fucking afraid. Why? Because they were allowed to hit you in the face. And they did on a regular basis, believe me. You came too late to school, slap in the face. You didn't know something, slap in the face. You did know something, even harder slap in the face. You know why? Because they wanted to remind you that you haven't achieved anything yet. And I said, fucking hell, man. And then I came to this lovely country, all right, and I realized nobody's fucking afraid of the teachers here. Not only that, they have the audacity to say no. And they did, all the time. The first day in school, I was here in Germany, and there was this kid who was supposed to read something. And he didn't want to. He said, no. And then I saw something really surprising. The teacher went on her knees and tried to reason with the kid. I was like, what is that? She had like, what's wrong with you, Sören? Come on, Sören, we are friends, all right? We can read it together if you want, Sören. Of course he didn't want to read it. Well, what the fuck do you expect from a kid who's called Sören, okay? Sorry if there's any Sörens here, all right? But no, not only that he wanted to read it, he took the book away from her, started to pound it on the table, screaming, "Nein, nein, nein, nein." All right, that's what he did. And you know what she did? You know, instead of taking that book away from him and fucking hitting him in the face with it, she started to hug him and tell him everything's gonna be all right. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I didn't know much of the language back then, so I thought it's my duty to help her. She needs help. So I stood up and said, Entschuldigung, Entschuldigung. Hit them in the face, man. Crazy shit. Crazy stuff. That's why I learned, okay, they're not afraid here. I'm going to be the best person in the school. I'll tell you one thing. Maybe that's the reason I never became a lawyer, a doctor, or president of the world. Because they don't hit you here. They don't fucking hit you here. I'm not a guy who's learning because he knows his future is depending on that. Fuck that. All right? Honestly, I didn't think that. All I was thinking is like, I need someone with a ruler behind me so I can learn this. You know, I tried it though. I told myself, all right, you need to do this. You want to be something big. Now I'm just a comedian in Berlin. Just learn, and I did. I was sitting there for ages. Learn. Oh, a bird. That's me. I get distracted so fucking easy. Oh, this. And now I'm distracted. Nah, there's no need to go back. Shit, fuck, let's play some PlayStation. That's what I did. And you know, my parents, not a help at all. I begged them to hit me once in a while. I said, Mom, fucking look, I fucked up the test. Just do it. And she was like, nah, I'm a hippie. I don't believe in violence. All they fucking gave me, all right? All they fucking gave me during school was advice, shitty advice. They're like, oh, don't worry, son. It's going to be fine. Just enjoy school. That's all about enjoying. You fucking shitting me? That's the reason I'm so bad. I'm enjoying it too much. I'll tell you what, the most valuable thing I ever learned in school was how to roll a fucking joint. That's it. You know, I was drunk and fucked up on drugs every day. There's one moment I remember vividly. I don't know why, because I was so fucking drunk. I came home and my mom saw me and she was like, all right, he probably had a rough day, you know. She asked me, so how was it? Did you learn anything important? I said, yeah, Mom, indeed I did. You know, when they tell you that if you drink a lot and still don't want to smell like booze, you should only drink vodka? Well, it's not true. I had 2 bottles and everybody could smell it. Fucking crazy. But I'll tell you what, it really got really bad for me when I turned 18. Why? Because here in Germany, you're allowed to write your own excuse notes when you're 18. What the fuck? It's like Christmas, New Year's Eve, and birthday on the same day. Fucking crazy. And I was like, all right, I don't have to go anymore. And that's it. You missed school for 4 days. What'd you do? You take a piece of paper and it's like, sorry, I couldn't come to school for 4 days. I had explosive diarrhea. That's it. And you know what? That was my trademark. I used it every time. Why? They don't give a shit. They're just like, all right, fuck this. You know, that's it. You know, I was so lazy. I was so fucking lazy that when I gave the teacher the excuse note, I immediately asked her to give it back to me so I could use it again. Crazy. That's how lazy I was. All right, guys, this is confessional, so I have to confess something, and my confession today is I am on a doona rehab. And this is probably the worst place to be on doona rehab. everywhere you walk, there's a doner place or some fucked up guys coming around with a doner like, they want some? You know, it's fucking horrible. Why? Because I had, for the last 3 weeks, every day I had a doner. What happened? I did get fucking diarrhea. Explosive. Really fucking explosive. All right? And I said, all right, that's it. I'm going to stop this. No fucking donors. But it's not the only reason. I have to be honest, it's not the only reason. One of the reasons is, you can probably see it, every time I go to a fucking donor place, the guy thinks I'm a Turkish person. It's horrible. It's fucking horrible. I walk in, the guy looks at me, merhaba. Turkish. No, man, I'm not Turkish, okay? I've been here before. Just want a durna, okay? Just come on, to go. I need to go home. I need to wank and smoke some pot and stuff. But then it starts like, oh, really? Oh, sorry, my friend, sorry. What are you? What are you? German. Oh, German. Murat. Turkish, German. Turkish. My friend, of course you're German, of course. I mean, in here we're all kind of German. Just tell me, what is your blood? What is your blood? AB fucking positive? I don't know, man. I want a durna. All right, guys, that's my set for tonight.
Give it up for Pasoon! Yes! He's the best! The next comedian coming to the stage, I'm actually really excited about. She's a great friend of mine, and she's a big hit. Knockout. She was at the Fringe Festival this year, and I think she's really going places. Please give it up for Caroline Clifford.
All right, that's enough, okay? Seriously, I've had enough of this, okay? All right, see, I don't give a shit what any of you think anymore. This is it. I'm just in this for the money. On a night like this, I can make up to 15 euros. That's right. Add the drinks to that, that's a cool 20, okay? And that's the only reason I do this. It's the only reason I do this, so fuck you all. Seriously, all go and fuck yourselves. I was only joking, hey? What's wrong with you? I was just having a bit of a laugh, hey? And that's what my set's about tonight. It's about the phrase, I'm only joking. A phrase you only have to say if you're not joking. Because if all the comedians tonight after every joke went, I'm only joking, then you wouldn't think it was a very good joke, would you? It wouldn't really have the structure of a joke. Because if a joke has the structure of a joke, then you don't need to say that you're only joking. The only time you need to say that you're only joking is if it wasn't a joke in the first place. Is if you're just being a bit of a dick. Right, I was hanging out with this bloke the other night. I hate his fucking guts. And he said to me, that Michelle, she's a bit of a fat bitch. And I said, actually, Michelle's a really good friend of mine. He said, I was only joking. What's the matter with you? I'm just having a bit of a laugh. Because in that scenario, I'm the arsehole, aren't I? Yeah, because I don't have a sense of humour. And yes, I have drawn a mind map. Here we go. It's the anatomy of a joke. So let's see if he was only joking or not. Let's see if anything that he said is on this mind map. I've well researched this. Okay, so really first we have to look to traditional humour, don't we? Is it a traditional joke? Your set-up punch. Your why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? You know, that's the structure of a traditional joke. Michelle, set-up. She's a bit of a fat bitch. No punchline there. There's no punchline there because Michelle, she is a bit overweight and she likes to speak her mind. So really, a punchline has to have the element of surprise. There's no element of surprise there at all. He's just stating the obvious. He's just stating fact. Maybe we have to go to one of the other facets of traditional humour. Englishman, Irishman, Scotland. That's not going to work because she's from Canada. No, that's not going to work at all. The old pull back and reveal. I got up this morning, I had a wank, I had a shit, and then I got off the bus. The old pull back and reveal. I was leading you into a full sense of security. You thought I was on the toilet having a shit and a wank. No, I was on a bus the whole time. Ha ha! No, pull back and reveal there. You can't say it was a pull back and reveal because he did not lead us into a full sense of security. Michelle is fat, she is a bitch. There's no reveal there at all. The only surprise you could say is that I'm a good friend of hers. That's the only real surprise there. Does it fall into the classic rule of three, okay? Three is the strongest of all the shapes, the triangle. We make bridges from it, we make human pyramids from it, and pyramids. The triangle, okay? The old rule of three, okay, which would be something like, you wake up next to somebody, you can't remember their name, or where they're from, or why they're dead. That's a classic rule of three. Because what you do there, the examples I'm giving are not my own jokes, so give the laughs back to the internet. Log on to Facebook and just release it back into the wild, those laughs. They're not for me. Rule of three, you introduce the scenario. Michelle. It's a story about Michelle, okay? Create progression. She's fat. Oh, where are we going with this? Punchline, she's a bit of a bitch. No, that's not a punchline. We've told you that. She's already a bitch. We know that. So it's not at all in the traditional humour. Is it a satire on Michelle? I don't think it is. She's not a political character. She's not been in any TV things, okay? Maybe if I sort of went, I'm Michelle and I'm a fat bitch, that could possibly be seen as a satire of Michelle. Very possibly, but it's not. It's not. Oh, he's not doing very well here. Is it absurdist? No. Maybe if you said, oh, she's like a grand piano that somehow gained the power of speech. You could say that was absurd humour. No, there's nothing absurd in there. I told you she is fat and she's a bitch. There's no joke in that at all. I'm struggling here. At the very weakest, you could say it's observational humour. He's observed Michelle. He's observed that she's a little bit overweight. He's observed that she likes to speak her mind. But it's just an observation. I've made a news section down here, not a joke. You can't really see it as well, because I added it earlier today. Not a joke, a statement of fact. It's just, okay? Right, thank you. I think we can say that that's not at all joke. We'll come back to this, hopefully. Yes, I should imagine. A lot of people ask, expats, you might have been asked this yourself, how did you know when you were a real Berliner? It came quite recently for me. I was looking at this. This is a wonderful, iconic anti-Nazi image. You've probably seen it before. And I was looking at it and I thought, I hope he's putting it in the right bin. I do. Because recycling is so important, isn't it? I mean, you don't want to get swastikas mixed up with your BO, do you? Because that gets turned into compost, that's put on the ground, and that makes your vegetables, doesn't it? People eat those vegetables, they're Nazi vegetables now. Now they're Nazis, what have you done, you fools? You animals? Oh, well. I am Jewish, actually. I'm not Fiddler on the Roof Jewish, it's all right. I'm not really into all that stuff, but I have to say it because I don't want you to think I'm anti-Semitic. Which would be the next thing. And I want you to know that it's okay to laugh if I sort of make a reference to Judaism or the Holocaust or anything like that. And incidentally, if you don't laugh, it means that you love Hitler. It's just the way it works. I don't make up the rules, I really don't. I just enforce them. So I had to go back to England recently. It was my grandmother's funeral. Which was very sad, particularly because we already buried that bitch. I swear to God. I went to her funeral already, almost exactly a year ago. I don't know why we had to go back. I never found out because of all the sadness. Because it's one thing to have to bury your parents, isn't it? It's another thing to have to do it again. Those poor people, my parents. And I never got the... I don't think maybe they turn her, make sure she's dead on both sides. I just couldn't get... It's some Jew thing, I swear to God. I don't know why we're all back there. But even more amazing than that is that I found out that my dad can read and speak Hebrew. And this is incredible to me. He was there with like the fucking Dead Sea Scrolls or something, just going, oh, Shalom, Motzer, Israel, Barbara Streisand. I don't speak Hebrew, but it was something along those lines. And this is a man who I'm very good with computers. He phoned me up, some computer problem, and I asked him to shut down Windows, and he shut down Windows in the house. I just heard the slamming. He's not a smart guy. He's really thick, and it was just incredible. I take the piss out. I love to take the piss out of my parents on stage. I really do, but I love them. But I was thinking the other day, do I? You know. Do I love them? Like, is it a deep love? I know that if they weren't my parents, I wouldn't be friends with them. That's for sure. And I think it'd be really weird for my other friends if I was, you know, hey everyone, meet my friend Tony, he's 76, you know. Just, oh, hello. I got a bit of a bad leg. Hey, youngsters, did anyone see that film the other day? It's like, you'll have to be more specific. Oh, it's got that girl in it with the lips, as opposed to the woman without the lips, you know. She doesn't get much work, does she? Poor old thing. And it's got that bloke in it from Ghost Finders. Do you mean Ghostbusters? Is that... No, it's Ghost Finders. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? What's his... It's Bill Murray. What's his name? It's not. It's Bill Murray. The film is fucking lost in translation. It's not. What's it called? What's it called? Look, we saw it together. It's called Lost in Translation. It's not. What's it called? What's it called? Have you ever played Dad's Charades? Have you? It's like normal charades, except you can talk. You can even say the name of the film. It might not win you the prize. It might not help you. Okay, well, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Caroline Clippers. She's the darndest. She really is the darndest. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? All right. Really great guy. He's all over this scene. He's on every show we have here in Berlin. He's also a dad. This man is a dad and a comedian. Fucking amazing. I don't want children. I hit them when I see them. I do. I really do. I just think of them as convenient because they have thumbs and they can reach into places. Anyways, this guy is absolutely amazing. Good friend of mine. Give it up for Drew Portnoy.
Note to self, keep Nate away from your children. All right, oh, my timer didn't start. I will have no idea what I'm doing. Fuck it. Oh, wrong button. I'm so old I can't even operate my own handy. All right, I'm pretty glad to be here. My brother-in-law is here this week, and the thing I like about my brother-in-law visiting me is that I remember what it is that I like about him, and that is that he lives so far away. Luckily, he brought his wife with him this time. You guys might actually know her. She's kind of famous. Jabba the Hutt. So you see why I'm glad I'm not home. They won't stop talking about Felix Baumgartner, the dude that jumped out of the... Really? Really? You spend 55 million, I think you can probably do anything. I'm just not that impressed. I don't know. I think if he wanted to impress me, he should have done it naked. That would have been cool. Just Felix Baumgartner, an oxygen tank, and his tallywhacker. I think that would be... That's the way. And besides, I think, aren't there, 2 space shuttle crews right now going, we could have had parachutes? Yeah. And I think if they're going to spend all this fucking money, Red Bull's got money coming out of their asses, apparently. Why don't they do something useful rather than throwing people off of weather balloons, you know? Why isn't it tune in live on Stratus TV Saturday when Red Bull and Felix Baumgartner bail out Greece? Yeah. I think that's what we need. I don't think... It's the Neukölln Confessional. I always feel like I should confess something, so I will tell you I almost got arrested last week. That was nice, yeah. This is what happened. I was sitting in a cafe like this. My wife and I were sitting in the front window, and my wife said, "Hey, Drew, how was your gig last night?" And I said, "It was all right." But this side of the audience, they weren't really laughing. But over here, they were really laughing. And right when I did this, this guy walked across the cafe. He went. And 5 minutes later, 2 police officers walked in the door. And I don't know why, I speak fluent German, but I think this thing happens to you when you live in a foreign country. When your brain sees police officers, it just goes, act like a tourist. Act like a tourist. So I was just like, what? And I just heard the cop go, Hitler goes, right? And I was like, what? And then the cop goes, oh, you are some kind of British comedian, huh? I was like, well, I'm American, but... So then I switched to German and explained to him that, like, over here the audience wasn't really laughing, but over here they really were. And in the end, the cop actually went, ja, verstehe. Hier haben sie nicht so gelacht, aber hier haben wir richtig. And my wife and I were both like, did that a little too well, buddy. Maybe. That's actually the second time I've had a run-in with the Berlin police. They're not really capable police officers, the Berlin police. Just a couple weeks ago, I was riding to my new office, and I was on Gneisenauer Straße, and I went in the light, and a guy ran the red light. I was on my bike, and he hit me with his car. And I was okay. My bike was destroyed. And a couple minutes later, a police car just coincidentally pulls up to the intersection. And I said, oh, hey, guys, there was just a car accident here. And the police officer in the driver's seat rolls down the window and goes, you're going to have to call the police. Okay, but the best part was there was a police woman in the passenger seat, and she looked like she'd been married to this dude for 30 years and was sick of his shit. She's like, fucking Klaus. So she said, yeah, we're not traffic cops. We'll radio the guys. They'll be here in a couple minutes. All right. So we go over onto the sidewalk, and the guy that hits me is screaming at me. He's just like, wah, 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 just yelling and yelling and yelling. And all of a sudden, from behind us, we hear this voice like, guys. I didn't see what happened, but my baby's trying to sleep. So could you move it down the sidewalk a little bit? And I was just like, dude, I think you're confused. This is Kreuzberg. Prenzlauer Berg is 6 miles. He didn't applaud. So then these other cops finally come, and the guy's still screaming at me. The guy hit me. He's screaming at me, and he says, this would never have happened if he wasn't riding like a wild man. And the cop looks at me and looks at the guy and goes, I don't believe you. He doesn't look like he can ride like a wild man. So it was nice. Got off there. But I have started working in an office. For 8 years, I worked at home, and working at home is kind of a myth. Like, does anybody here work at home? Anybody? It's like Santa Claus or a non-racist German politician. It just doesn't really exist. What working at home is, for those of you who don't do it, you actually work. You work about 2 hours a day, and then you spend the rest of the time masturbating and watching bad YouTube videos. That's what it is. I mean, it was nice for 8 years getting paid to watch videos of kids hitting their fathers in the nuts, and having virtual sex with thousands of women. It was all right. And a few men. The video hadn't gotten that far yet, so I didn't know. Check that out. But so I thought it was time to go back into the office. So I didn't get a real office. I'm doing this modern thing. I'm hip. I'm doing co-working. I don't know if you guys don't know what this co-working thing is. Co-working is basically an internet cafe without the cafe. That's what it is. It's 40 people sitting around on their MacBooks, watching shitty YouTube videos and thinking about masturbating. That's what it produces. And they all seriously have MacBooks. Every one of them has a MacBook. I'm the only guy in there on a Windows machine. They've all got, and they're just total Apple fanboys. That's all they are. When the iPhone 5 came out, the first guy in our co-working space to get, he brought it over, it was like, ooh. And they put it down on the table next to the iPhone 4. And they're like, it really is thinner, look. Ooh. I was like, what the fuck, people? You didn't get that wet when Steve Jobs got thinner. I don't... It's not, I admit it's not all bad. I mean, like, children in China, unemployment has never been lower, okay? So that's good. But anyway, so I'm in this co-working space, and the basic tenet of co-working is that you don't actually rent a space or not. You just have a right to a desk. But you can't have that desk every day. You have to take all your shit when you leave at the end of the day and go home. But people are creatures of habit. So the people that come there regularly, they sit at the same desk. But I'm like the first person there because my kids go to school at 8 in the morning. So what I've started to do is I watch which desk the people sit at, and then I sit at that desk. Yeah, that's great. And so in the morning, I'm just sitting there working, and I watch as people come in and go. And then they have to go sit at another desk, which is somebody else's favorite desk. So then all morning, it's just like. And I just said, it's like Schadenfreude pure, man. It's like, it's better than watching Germany get kicked out of the Weltmeisterschaft or the European Cup. It's great. I love it. And it's actually an extension of a game I used to play. When I first moved to Germany years ago, I worked in an office and I had to take the subway down to Mitte. And when I got on up at Schönhauser Allee, it was pretty much full, except there'd always be on the bench, there'd be like 2 spaces free. And so what I would do is I would get on, and then I would sit down in the middle of the spaces and open my newspaper. And then the whole ride down, you could watch as people would get on the subway and go like. Because nobody on the subway talks to each other. They just kind of. Okay. And then the next guy will get on, and they're just like. But then that game ends when an 80-year-old woman gets on the subway. Because German 80-year-old women don't give a fuck. They just come over and sit down on you. Just. Then you have to extract yourself and your newspaper out from underneath 80 years of eating pork. It's just. You guys, that's my time. I'm Drew Portnoy. I had a great time. Thanks a lot.
Let's bring out everybody you've seen so far tonight. All right, Pasoon, get up here. Pasoon one more time. And the unforgettable Caroline Clifford, everybody. And certainly, last but not least, Drew Portnoy. Thank you so much to Myxa Cafe for hosting us. This has been the Neukölln Confessional.
Thank you to your host, Nate Blanchard, as well. Thank you, and thank you to you guys. Yay.
Good night.